Welcome back to Lost Legacies.
A Hidden City Book Company production.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
So first off, if you look at the title of this episode, you'll know we changed the plan. We were supposed to watch A Christmas Story Christmas.
Yes.
But I ended up changing my mind at the last minute just because we were both of the mindset of like, well, that means we would probably have to watch the first one first, even though we've seen it before, you know?
Right.
So it was just like, timing wise, it just didn't work out. So if you watch that movie, I hope you enjoyed it. Because we're not going to be talking about it. And I don't want you to have watched it for nothing. I think it's a good movie. We'll probably talk about it next Christmas. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't forget about it. But in the meantime, we're like, okay, well, what are we going to talk about this week? And we decided on some classics. Matt and Sam classics. Some, two little short films, mostly one short film that we were pretty much would watch. I don't even know how long since we were little.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to be talking about The Snowman and Father Christmas, both by Raymond Briggs, children's author.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
One of the UK's most popular children's author.
Oh, there you go. I guess you want to start with The Snowman first, since that's the one we've watched the longest.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So today we're talking about Raymond Briggs's The Snowman. What year was that, Sam?
I believe it was
83.
82.
Okay, it was 1982, based on his book, the children's book, which came out in 78.
Yeah.
Wow, almost as old as Dad.
Don't dox Dad on this podcast. Come on.
This one's a little different because it isn't different because it's something we have watched several times.
Yeah,
at least once a year for our entire lives. This is one of the classics that. This is kind of the only Christmas film where like I'll feel guilty if I don't watch it for Christmas.
Yeah,
this one and It's a Wonderful Life. I know like a couple years ago, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life, and I just felt like bummed out. Like,
miserable.
Oh. Yeah, so we ended up watching it like I don't know in the spring or something. So and I felt better for the whole year. So
there you go.
But yeah. So this is one I definitely need to watch at least once every holiday season, just to kind of let the holidayness set in, soak in Christmas. Yeah. But Sam, you said that you did some research on this. What did you learn?
Learned a little bit. So, let's see. This one was made obviously 1982. There was this like animation division of a UK television station that was just trying to branch out, trying to do more stuff, and they wanted to do this. They wanted to do The Snowman. So what they ended up doing was they had a couple of the animators go out on their lunch, buy a couple of copies of the book, and then start like cutting it up so that they could like take the images in sequence and then kind of cut that to music as like a rough cut of what the animated version would look like.
So almost like storyboards in a way.
Yeah, almost like storyboards. So I kind of jumped the gun a bit, but Father Christmas actually came first.
Really?
Yeah, in book form. Like Father Christmas was the book that kind of put Raymond Briggs on the map. Had a few other entries. I think like he did a couple of them, and then it was The Snowman where he really like challenged himself because it's a wordless book. And so, and that was part of the process was, to to push himself as an artist and to see the images, you know, and use the images to effectively tell the story, you know, so you can see the progression, you know, of everything. And yeah, you know, that was a huge hit. And so naturally, you know, that was the more recent project, so naturally they wanted to make that as their first little animated film.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Um
If listeners, watchers, if you haven't if you haven't seen the Snowman, if you have no idea what we're talking about, this is one of the ones where like I beg you, please go watch it before you continue this episode. Just because I guess we didn't even mention it. It's animated. It's an animated short film about a snowman, but it's all, I'm assuming, Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, hand drawn, right?
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is hand drawn, hand colored. It's such a beautiful just piece of art, and even like the cinematography, you know,
Yeah.
the way that the quote unquote camera moves in this animated form is just, it's beautiful. It's just surreal enough where you're like, oh man, this is magical, you know. And yeah, so I highly recommended it, and that's definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this to the podcast. I think Father Christmas is hand drawn as well.
Yes,
but
it is.
it's obviously it's a different style. It's a little more modern. The snowman, it looks like the picture book, you know. So I'm assuming at some point in the production they decided to keep that form, to keep it similar. I don't know. I mean, this was already the 80s, so there are so many other things that had been animated by this point, you know. But the snowman, it purposely has like this like a classic feel to it.
Like it truly has like a storybook kind of feel to it. Like
Right.
like a kid's book feel to it.
Yeah, and you can like see like the little hashes and the pencil strokes where they were coloring things in.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man. So and also you know, watchers, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see our backgrounds. We couldn't get Sam's background to work. We had the snowman background, so we just put up our logo. Mine, I couldn't find a Father Christmas background that was from the cartoon. So I guess this is from like the comic, I guess.
The book, yeah.
Oh, the book. Yeah. Why did I say comic? Well, he has a word bubble up there, so
Yeah.
yeah. But it's kind of hard to tell by it because for the podcast we're looking at I'm sorry, Father Christmas's red camper. It was the sleigh, right? And he turns it into like a little mobile
camper.
home.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell, but if you kind of focus on Santa in the corner, that's kind of like the classic feel I have, almost like a Norman Rockwell kind of Santa, you know, with like the overly red features on the skin and the nose. It kind of had the same vibe in the snowman. It was just a little more I wouldn't say muted, but it wasn't as colorful, and not till like later, till the party. But it was lots of whites and grays and blues, just very snowy. It looks like the snowy surroundings, and it's really cool to see as they're moving, to see the little pencil strokes in the animation, and especially when I say moving, like when the characters are moving, or like when he's riding the motorcycle through the trees. You know, I'm like, oh, dude, this looks so great. Like, in a way, the pencil strokes almost kind of look like I don't know what you want to call it, like movement. You know, like you know, Star Trek or Star Wars, where they like, you know, they're going fast because the stars just turn into lines outside the window. You know, it kind of looks something like that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the animators, it was the woman who did the background animations. And she was saying that it was a different way. They did this movie in a different way than they normally would have, because instead of using like harder lines, like inks, or anything like that. They did it all with like coloring pencils. So and literally with coloring pencils, the technique is that you just build up the layers.
Right.
So that was her job, to just like, here, this is the background for the scene. Now you just have to like sketch it out, and then pencil, color pencil it in.
Yeah.
And yes, and I think that's part of what gives it this timeless quality to it. It's not computer generated, it and it does it like nothing has like an inked outline or anything. Like, it is all just pencil and color pencil, and it's so like, it feels so vibrant. And I think it just captures that kind of, and it captures this like quintessential idea I have of what like Christmas should look like, what Christmas feels like, and what like a children's story should look like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, take that, Polar Express. And you're damned. There's no uncanny valley in this one,
No,
it's a feast for the eyes. Yeah. I think the opening shot, outside of the narrator talking, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Like, the opening animation shot is like, you see the Snowman logo and you see the trees in the back, and then as the music starts, like, it turns from like almost like a brush, not paintbrush, but like a tree brush. It turns from like tree brush into like snowy trees, and then it kind of leads that into like the hill country where the family lives, and the way the camera moves, it's just unnatural, like a real camera. Like, how do I explain it?
It glides. It's like it's gliding just so easily.
It's gliding, but it's animation, so it's not accurate. You know? So can a camera do this in real life? Yes, but it's going to look realistic. Like the hills, like this literally looks like the hills are moving almost like waves, because it's not consistent. And I'm like, oh, and it just adds to like the kind of surreal quality. And then as you see the house, I think you come from the back and it starts to turn. It even turns like almost a little too fast, and you're like, oh, okay, we're in. So just from like the get-go, it's like, this isn't real. It's like, welcome to the surreal. And I'm like, oh man, I really like this. So yeah, which version did you watch? The original?
Yeah,
with the narrator. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you read up like why there was different versions, or?
So yeah, I did. So and they mentioned it in the little it was like a 23-minute making of documentary I saw.
That wasn't on the DVD that I have, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
They mentioned it, and they said that it was that. So the original intro, like they wanted to do that, have Raymond Briggs there, kind of describe, opening up about the inception of the Snowman. When they were selling it to the American audiences, it was that production, company, whatever it was, they said that they wanted to have, they needed to have a star. They needed to have a big star to introduce this like animated film. And they settled on David Bowie. So that's why they have...
I don't think anyone settles for David Bowie.
Well, no, nobody settles for David Bowie. But what I'm saying is, like, they decided, like, David Bowie, he should do it. He's big.
Yeah, and he was a fan, right?
Yeah.
If I remember.
Yeah, he was a fan. And I just recently... I recently read that, like, Duncan Jones, after David Bowie passed, his son Duncan Jones, found the scarf that David Bowie has and pulls out and wears from the intro.
That's his son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know for years, so I had to remind myself. Yes, Duncan Jones, the director of Warcraft,
of Moon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the son of David Bowie.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was a third intro that they did. I think they said for the 25th anniversary
Hmm.
of the Snowman, and it's Father Christmas. He's settling down, getting ready, and he's telling his dog, like, "Come on, the snowman's about to start."
Yeah.
And it's all hand drawn.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Well, Raymond Briggs just passed away in 2022.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he was like in his 90s because he was born. I want to say he was born in the 30s.
Yeah.
So I was
yeah.
like, dang, wow, good for him. So, man, David Bowie, that's cool. I think I've only seen like that clip on YouTube, but I'm like, I gotta go with the OG, the original. I don't even know. I should have asked the parents before we recorded this. How did they find out about the Snowman?
Yeah, that's something I've always wondered too.
Because I think we had this on VHS.
We did. We did.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, we had it on VHS for a long time, and then I want to say it was maybe like the year after we got a DVD player. I think for that following Christmas, Mom bought the
It's like the 2-pack.
Yeah, the 2-pack, the double feature with the Snowman and Father Christmas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
man, what was that? Maybe middle school?
Ooh,
DVDs?
DVDs. Oh,
Because the
Maybe.
first DVD we owned was The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
yes, it was.
Siri, when did Jim Carrey's The Grinch premiere?
Oh, was that like 2003?
2000. November 17, 2000.
Wow. Okay.
November 2000, we needed it. Oh wait, no, that was a year early. Never mind.
No, that's a year early, Matthew.
I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that.
Hey, Matt, what happened? What happened in the 2011?
Nothing. What were we talking about? Oh yes, November in the year of our Lord 2000. That's when The Grinch came out. So it was the following couple months when we got the DVD.
Yeah.
So probably a year after that. So maybe 2021, 2022 is when we got this DVD.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I don't know why. Like I'm remembering like Lord of the Rings, the movies. Like I feel like those were some of the first DVDs that we also got as well.
Well, probably because that was 2001.
Yes.
And boy, in 2001, did we need it?
Matthew.
I'm just saying, it's not a lie. So The Snowman was an Academy Award nominee for Best Animated Short Film. I want to know who won.
Yeah. And how they're wrong.
Right?
Probably.
Yeah. So,
I mean, come on, like like I feel like having, one, the animation looks great. Two, this doesn't necessarily end on a happy note, and I think the Oscars kind of like that.
I know, right? Oscar
and then,
bait.
Yeah, Oscar gold right there. And then three, the thing that seals the deal on this whole short, clinching it, should have been Walking in the Air.
Yeah, so let's talk about the music here.
Yeah.
The music is incredible. Just the score is so beautiful. Let me see. I believe this is Howard Blake.
Yes.
Composed it. Holy smokes.
He said he was visiting a friend at the animation studio while they were putting together the film. Oh, and so what they did, the animators, they were doing a lot of rough sketches, but they were putting them together and timing them. And basically what they were doing was they said that they were doing this so that they could set the animation to the music.
Oh, nice.
So they're like, we need to have some music, pretty quickly, but they're already working on the sketches to do the stuff.
Yeah.
So Howard Blake comes in, just visiting a friend, and naturally everybody gets to talk. Oh, well, this is what we're working on and stuff. Finds out he's a composer, and they said like we didn't really have a lot of money at the time, but they're like, would you consider doing something? And he started playing the tune. because he had already written the tune back in 1973.
Oh crap.
He was walking on a beach and he was just looking all around him and the tune came to him and he was like that melody feels like the quintessential idea of like innocence and childhood,
Right. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And then so like as he starts playing it, like everybody's eyes light up and they start, like flipping the pages and they're just like,
Uh-huh.
this is brilliant, it works, it's perfect, yes, we got to do it. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy.
That's something. Now, the song "Walking in the Air," did he also compose that, or?
Yeah, that was the song.
Oh, so that's the song. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So the orchestra score was performed by the Sinfonia of London, and the song was performed by Peter Auty, a St. Paul's Cathedral choir boy.
Mhm.
Nice. Beautiful,
Now,
man.
now it was re-recorded. It was
Hmm.
re-recorded for commercial release,
Hmm.
and that was the one that ended up essentially like topping the charts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so Peter Audi wasn't the singer on that one. It was somebody called Aled Jones.
Okay.
But everybody attributes Aled Jones to be the little boy singing in the short.
And he's not.
Uh, yeah, and
Yeah.
he's not. And Peter Audi wasn't credited in the original short, and I think they've fixed that. Like after some subsequent like viewing or something, like
Mm,
they finally put Peter Audi as
yeah.
as the singer.
What if it was David Bowie? What if David Bowie was singing that? Can you do a David Bowie impression?
Oh dang, I'm
How would
trying to
that
think.
how would that sound?
Because I'm also trying to do like I'm also trying to think of like what song David Bowie sings so that I can emulate it, but with Walking in the Air.
Yeah.
Walking in the air, changes. No, that's no, not that.
Not what I was going for,
No,
but
yeah,
I see what you're
no,
doing there. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, like for some reason, like I don't know why. It's not even one of my favorites of his, but like Changes is the one that like immediately pops in my head when someone's like David Bowie. I'm like
Yeah.
Changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Walking in the Air, I heard that was one of the first songs I heard Aurora perform,
Oh, that's right.
because this is back when I was at the last bookstore.
Mhm.
Not the last bookstore in Los Angeles. I
Yes.
wish. But the previous bookstore I worked at, and one of my all-time favorite songs, my favorite song of all time is arguably Teardrop from Massive Attack.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
That's a good one.
yeah, and Aurora does a cover on it. You can only find it on YouTube. And I found it randomly one day, and that's one of those things, like I would see it like once a year. It would pop up for like a couple of years, and
Mhm.
then I was at work, I was at the bookstore working in the back, and I'm like, who is this little pixie fairy girl? And so I look her up, and the first thing that pops up was like a live concert she did for the holidays at some cathedral somewhere,
Mhm.
and just beautiful, gorgeous music. One of the songs she did was a cover of Walking in the Air. And I was just
Mm.
like, I had to stop working. I just had to sit down and listen. I'm like, oh man, because is it a good song? Yes, absolutely. But the
Absolutely.
fact that that song just holds a significant, hold on our childhood, I was just like, oh, so to hear her do that.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Aurora's performance, that concert, is nothing like any of the other music she does.
Yeah.
She usually has this very high, energetic songwriting style, singing style. She's usually dancing while she's performing.
Mhm.
Not this concert. It's very solemn, very choral. There's this very kind of choir element to it. kind of what you would expect in a cathedral, you know?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh wow. So it's like my first introduction really to Aurora was like nothing like what Aurora is. So, but anyway, that song was on there and it was just absolutely amazing. And she's like my favorite musician.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song, man. Also, another version, which I was surprised to hear, was performed by Tangerine Dream for the movie The Keep.
That's right. That's
Now,
right.
you kind of have to be looking for it because when I didn't catch it when I saw the movie, I'm like, oh, this is a good song. I believe it's just on the end credits. They might feature it in like one scene in the film, but like I kind of heard something, but I never ever in my mind thought like, oh, this is Walking in the Air until I was
Yeah.
reading the behind the scenes, and I forgot what the story is, but they somehow they got the I guess it must have been Howard Blake. They got the permission to use the music, or but like for some reason they had to tweak it.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
couldn't just straight up use it for whatever reason. And Howard Blake was supposed to work on it and do it, but he couldn't for whatever scheduling purposes.
Hmm.
Ended up doing it, and that's good. It's nice, you know. It's
Hmm.
it's hard to call it a cover because it's like its own unique thing. There's not even any lyrics on it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about that more next year when I bring The Keep to the podcast.
Are you bringing the keep to the
Oh,
podcast?
at some point, yeah.
Wow.
I gotta keep my Michael Mann watch going. My Man watch.
Wow. Incredible.
So, yeah, but I think I'm gonna start over so Sam can join us.
Mm,
Yeah,
I'm down. I'm totally down.
I was only 2 movies in, so. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was cool that they used that. Of all
Yeah.
things, I think Michael Mann said he was at a Christmas party or something for the holidays while filming The Keep, and the Snowman was on. And then so they said, "Hey, let's use that. Let's use that music." So I'm like, "That's really rad.
That's incredible.
That's so
Wow.
cool, right?" And that was in the '80s, so the Snowman
Yeah.
had to have been like brand new.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on when the keep was being made, you know, because this was already out 82.
The
you know?
Keep came out December 1983.
Oh wow.
So there's
okay.
a good chance that Michael Mann saw it, the Snowman, as it was airing
Yeah.
the year before.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy.
Damn.
Love that.
Oh, Scott Glenn is in there. I forgot. I was just thinking about that guy the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Snowman, great. So as when I was in my early 20s at community college, I had a job working as an after school care counselor to little kids at a private school, Catholic school.
Yeah, that's right.
And a bunch of rich kids. There's a lot of money in that school. But after school care counselor just meant like a babysitter. So,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah. Not relevant to the story, but it was a great job. It was fun. It was basically it was me and this guy named Dustin, just like this little skater dude, and like he had the 3-year-olds, and there could be like between 20 and 30 of them every day.
Jeez.
I had the 2-year-olds, and on a busy day I had 15.
Wow.
So most of the time, Dustin and I would just team up because our classrooms were right next to each other. We'd all send the kids out to play at the same time, nap time at the same time. So we were able to balance it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And during the holiday, I think I was there for 2 years. During the holidays, I would just take movies as much as I can because I'm like, anything to shut these kids up.
Yeah.
To control these children. So I took this double feature. It's one DVD, The Snowman and Father Christmas. And there was no remote for the DVD player. So I just had to hit play. And if I remember correctly, the only one that would play was Father Christmas.
Hmm.
Which now, in hindsight, I'm thinking that's a good thing. Because I didn't want to have to explain to the kids how the snowman didn't die. He just went to sleep and we'll see him again next year. You know? That would have
Uh-huh.
been a nightmare.
Uh-huh. Would
He's
that was
dead.
my experience, you know?
Oh, man.
Getting traumatized every Christmas because I didn't remember till the very end that, oh yeah, that's right, the snowman melts.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
as kids, that's how it ends. You know, once we got a little older, like, all right, on to Father Christmas. So we
Yeah.
could still watch something a little more happier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Definitely a choice, you know, because I think like both the book and the short end the same way.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, and in that little making up feature I saw, yeah, I think like Howard Blake was talking about it, and he was just like, you know, like it is a very sad, you know, kind of ending. One of the good things about it is that it does confirm that, you know, none of it was fantasy. It was all real. It
Yes.
all
Yes.
happened.
And I do like
And
that.
you know, that's he was saying how, like, I think um a lot of people can relate to that because a lot of people have lost somebody and they won't be spending the holidays with them anymore. And
Hmm.
you know, so that's kind of a little reminder that, you know, the times that you had with that person, they were real. You
Yeah.
know, they weren't for
Yeah.
nothing. Like, you remember them in that way. And you know, I'm sure mom probably said something like that to me when I was
Mm.
a kid and
Hmm.
crying when watching this. But I think I have a complicated relationship with the snowman because I have a complicated relationship with death. I
Hmm.
have been deathly afraid of death since I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Hmm.
Um, Probably the source of a lot of my like anxiety and depression, that I can very easily link back to. Oh yeah, you know, it's because when I first became aware of the concept, it's been frightening me ever
Yeah.
since. So yeah, even seeing it in a lot of children's media, you know, was very deeply affecting. Um, Even if it is, you know, mom would always say this, like, it's just a story, it's just movies, you know,
Hmm.
or it's just TV, it's not real. But yeah, like, that was just always something that affected me, you know.
It's just movies. It's just stories.
Hey, you tell mom that.
That's why it is real, Mom.
But no,
So
like honestly, I can see that. You know,
yeah,
it's a hard thing to talk about with your child, especially when they're crying in the moment because the snowman just died.
yeah.
You know,
What do you?
um,
Yeah, what do you tell them? I don't know. I'm not a parent. I'll have to ask one.
yeah,
Yeah. I just saw this thing about how it's so difficult to talk to kids about death, and like you are religious because you don't you walk a tightrope when you start talking about heaven in
hmm
that way, or Jesus saying like, "Oh, so and so just passed. He's with Jesus right now. He's in heaven," because
hmm
that's the easiest way to grow resentment for children. You know,
mm,
so it's just like so automatically they have like this traumatic thing that happens to them, and even if it's not presented that way, their little kid brains think of like, oh, it's his fault, quote unquote, or whatever,
mm, yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like, oh crap. So yeah, not to bring things down, but this is kind of piggybacking off of our speaking of piggybacking, our last episode of the Muppet Christmas Carol.
oh yeah,
And the whole last Christmas and grief and death. I'm like, man, we're sick, Sam. We need
yeah.
help, damn
We're
it.
not sick, we're fine.
We keep bringing death to the podcast when we should be spreading joy.
Hey man,
Hey, one and one. It goes.
yeah,
It balances out.
we're Mexican, dude.
There you
Like
go.
death is such a huge part of our culture anyway. You know, we literally have, days, built into our
Yeah.
year where it's like, hey, we are celebrating how these people live. Like they have all passed on,
Mhm.
they have died, but we still remember them, you know?
Mexican and
Mm-hmm.
Catholic. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
double whammy. We
Yeah,
might
double
not
whammy
look
on
it,
that.
but
This
we're
is what
goth.
peak
We're
performance
goth to the
looks like.
core, okay?
Hell
You
yeah.
know, like if you go back to our upbringing, our beliefs, our feelings, that's goth, man. Like
Oh yeah.
I call it Mexigoth just because,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's all just so much, it's all about death,
Hmm.
Yeah.
But not in like a morbid way.
Yeah, no,
Like
it's
there's no
yeah.
morbidity in it. It's just like this is natural,
It's
you know?
natural and celebration of it,
Yeah.
celebration of life. That's what it is.
And it's
Um,
this thing where it's like even death can still be a connection,
yeah.
because well then now we connect with others who have passed on,
Right. Yeah.
So
So stick around till next November, watchers, because we're gonna do a double whammy. We're gonna watch Coco and the Book of Life
oh
just in
I,
time, not for Christmas, for Day of the Dead.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, did those one of those. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say we're going to do a double feature: Coco and the Crow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my kind of double feature.
Yeah. Uh, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
The Snowman. It's solid. It's perfect. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
As far as Father Christmas, it's good. It's fun. It's cute. I feel like that's more of like a traditional kids story, kids cartoon.
Yeah.
There's not really a
It
story
is.
to it. It's just kind of fun, just to see Santa go on his little adventures. What does he do during the year? Like, oh, he goes on vacation.
Hmm.
He likes French fries and ketchup on his fries, steak sauce, just like everyone else. Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
So I did a little bit of research yesterday,
Okay.
specifically because so listeners, like we mentioned earlier, our parents bought a DVD that has both the Snowman animated film and the Father Christmas animated film. I don't have access to that. I don't have my own copy of that, and Matt and I usually watch these things on separate days. So I had to go find both of these on YouTube. I found Father Christmas, queued it up, started playing it, and Santa's voice was very different.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, wait a second, this isn't the Father Christmas voice I know. So I went through, there are multiple versions up on YouTube right now, all, uploaded the last 5, 10, 15 years. Um, so but it was all the same voice. Is this like very like British, sounding voice, sounded like a workman, didn't really sound like what I feel like a Father Christmas should sound like, right? So I did a little bit of digging. It's not on the IMDb. You can't find it on the IMDb. Matt, we watched 2 different versions of the same animated film.
Okay.
The Father Christmas short you have on your DVD is the American version. That has William Dennis Hunt as Father Christmas.
Okay.
The version I watched has, I believe, a British comedian, Mel Smith. And this is what I'm assuming is like the definitive version for the UK.
Right.
So yeah, so technically we've been watching a sanitized version of Father Christmas our entire lives.
Okay, what do you mean by sanitized though? Like,
So I clicked Father Christmas like uncut or full length or full whatever, right?
uncensored.
Almost.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So it is a little longer because there are a couple of just like extended sequences. Most of them have to do with when Santa gets indigestion. They don't necessarily like
Okay.
they're not showing anything, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just that like, hey, this is what Father Christmas is going through.
Yeah.
Uh, that is a little extended. When he arrives in Scotland and he meets the guy in the pub playing the bagpipes,
Right.
they have a very brief like drinking competition. Not a drinking competition, but like they buy each other drinks and then they keep drinking and then like their arms are interlinked and they're drinking and then that's why they have their swapped hats and Father Christmas is
Oh.
doing the jig.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he stumbles out of the pub drunk and then goes and buys himself a kilt.
Wow.
Yeah. There are multiple scenes where we can see Father Christmas's full butt.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that are edited in the American version.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a sequence where he's it's towards the end where he's like in the tub,
Yeah.
you know, after delivering all the presents and he gets up. Well, we see him get up and we see his full butt before he like starts drying it off. In the
Yeah.
American version, it just cuts to him
Why,
just
why are the Brits
Yeah.
just more comfortable with seeing animated butt?
maybe. There's also
Wow.
two scenes where we see him on a toilet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the biggest difference. This is the biggest difference.
Okay.
So also, I'm just now realizing, listeners, viewers, for all of you watching, we never described what the short is. The short is that Father Christmas, Santa Claus to us in America, he comes home after a hard night delivering presents, starts going through his recounting his whole year where in fact he took a vacation, you know, all the things he got up to, and then, you know, had to go deliver presents. For the version that Matt and I have watched, the voice of Santa is very like, oh yes, like it's like, and now like this is what Christmas is like, you know. Let me tell you, it's not easy delivering all these presents. It
Very
feels
jolly,
like a
very Santa.
very jolly, very Santa. Exactly. Mel Smith sounds like a workman. Like, yeah, all right, yeah, you can get it. Oh, he's all right. Woo, that's a hard day. It is a hard day. I'll tell you what, you know. And it's just like his voice is just very gravelly. It's very
I
gruff.
love this.
It's a very interesting version, and so I'm like, okay. I also haven't seen the short, you know, on our DVD in maybe like 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm just going from like memory. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this. It's fine. So going into this, it feels a little bit like a different film
Yeah.
because I feel like it creates different connotations. The American Father Christmas is very jolly, you know, feels like a Santa Claus, you know, feels like how
Yeah.
we've kind of made this like mythic figure of holly jolliness. Whereas the version I watched just feels very like, yeah, right, just another day, just another day's work, right? Am I? Yeah, oh, I'm telling you. Also, he uses the word bloomin'
Uh-huh.
76 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Mostly in the song, because the song that they sing is I don't even know what the title of the song is called, but for us, for America, you know, the chorus is like "Jump up on my sleigh and we're all on our way for another Merry Christmas."
Right.
For the UK, it's "So jump up on my sleigh and we're all on our way for another bloomin' Christmas,"
Oh. Wow.
which creates the connotation of like, here we go again.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yep, it's Christmas, all right, you know. And yeah, so it's interesting because it's like, I guess like the actual version of the short depicts Santa Claus as like a tradesman. he's just a working class guy. He doesn't live in a mansion. He doesn't live in the North Pole. He's got a little cat and a dog that he has to board when he's on vacation. He has a garden.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
that's something I
yeah,
did notice was like he just lives in normal like tenant housing like everyone
yeah,
else. You know,
yeah,
and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So he doesn't actually live at the North Pole. It's just one of those little details that I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, but
yeah,
now it's saying this that it's almost feels like a different movie. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah.
He's
It's
just
very
a
interesting.
guy.
He's just a guy. It's just a job. You
Yeah.
know, he loves it. You know, he's reading all the letters and he's just like, oh yeah, right. That's 246 teddy bears. What? No,
Wow.
245. You know, yeah, like that. So it's just it's a very interesting thing that like I feel like I've never really come across. Well, I guess like not intentionally come across of like this is just a different version of the movie. You know,
Sure.
like I guess like watching any sort of movie that's dubbed in any way, I think like you could probably make that argument as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like watching Shrek in Spanish is technically funnier than watching it like in English. uh
Yeah.
but yeah, like I don't know, I was so fascinated by it that it like America really like maybe sanitized is the wrong word, but it's just because like they changed so much of it to where it's like it it's almost not even the same short anymore. You
That's
know?
interesting. They
Yeah.
tried to make him fit more of like the Holly Jolly Santa figure.
Yeah.
Wow. So now I'm kind of curious to check out the book because Father Christmas is based off two books, Father Christmas and then Father Christmas Goes on Holiday.
Yeah.
So it might just literally be both of those books because I mean that's essentially the short.
Hmm.
You have half of it is him on vacation, the other half is
Him
him
delivering
delivering
presents.
presents.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, wow, that's funny. When you're saying that, I just imagined my favorite actor in Andor, Alex Fern. Like he's gonna play Santa someday.
All right, yeah. I can
Yeah.
dig it.
Wow. Well, this was fun. I liked
Yeah.
it. I really like going back and revisiting these, and I was gonna do it anyway. I'm like, well, let's make some content out of it.
There you go.
So hopefully, this will inspire you to go look it up. Go look it up on YouTube, and apparently, you'll find a different version than what I saw.
Hmm.
But yeah, great stuff. Watch it. You might have to explain death to your kid, or just say that the snowman went to sleep for a year. There you go.
Yeah, you
Solved.
could do
Problem
that.
solved.
Problem solved.
I'd make a
Yeah.
great parent. There you go.
Snow melts. The snowman is made of snow. He's evaporated, gets recycled, and then next Christmas he gets made again.
Yeah, there you
There you
go.
go. It's the
Yeah.
Frosty situation, you know? Just like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's leaving and then he's gonna come back. It's fine.
Do you remember? Was it called Jack Frost with Michael Keaton?
Of course I remember that. I would
Yeah.
rent it all the time, specifically because of Michael Keaton.
Didn't he replace someone who was supposed to play him?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Anyway, what other kind of? I'm trying to think of other famous snowmen. Just Frosty.
Olaf.
Oh, Olaf. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora did a song for the second one. Second,
Oh, that's right.
what are those movies called?
Frozen.
Frozen. There you go. Second
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she's the ethereal spirit, you know.
Yeah, the winds or whatever. Well, it's interesting because so she just does like the wind does. So you just hear her kind of very airy in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even going to attempt to try it, but
Go on, try.
no,
it.
especially not
Go
today
on.
because I feel like I'm losing my voice. But there you go.
There you go.
Sound
Perfect.
just like her. Give me that Grammy, baby. So yeah, that's pretty much her. But then she ended up doing her own cover of that song, and no surprise, it's better than the Disney one. So
Of
like,
course it is.
yeah. But also maybe I'm biased because she's my little favorite magical fairy girl. But yeah, I I was kind of wondering, like, I wouldn't want to like remake these, because
Oh,
obviously I'm
for sure.
like, could you do this as live action? Probably. Could you do it as a feature? Probably. I don't know if it
They
would be any good, but
they did the Snowman as a stage show.
oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's toured. It's toured all around. And I didn't know that until I saw that
Yeah.
making of. And I'd be kind of interested to watch it. I think the Snowman looks a little weird.
Yeah,
Uh
I've seen pictures of it and I'm like, oh, that is weird.
yeah, I
So,
feel like you need to redesign it, you know.
yeah. Oh, something we didn't even discuss. Both of these films take place in the same universe. They cross over
Oh, that's
in
right.
Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Well,
oh,
technically even in the Snowman
maybe
cuz that's the same Father Christmas. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Maybe that was a spoiler. But these two films are in the same cinematic universe, guys. Okay,
Wow.
and apparently there's a sequel to the Snowman called "The Snowman and the Snow Dog." That was like
Oh.
2012. I haven't seen it, but they said it was pretty popular.
Hmm.
Even spawned like a mobile game on iPhones.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I want to learn more about this universe, the lore. What's the Snowman's origin story? We're gonna
Wow.
get a prequel.
We got the Snowman's origin story. He's made by a little boy. There you go.
That's true. That's a very good point. I was just gonna call it Snowman.
Now, what I want to know, what I've always wanted to know is, what about all the other snowmen?
Yeah,
They didn't bring their kids to the Christmas party.
yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Hmm.
Yeah. Why is
Maybe
this
none of
little
them
white
were
boy
as
so
cool as this
special?
kid. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know. He just built a snowman. I thought it was funny watching it this time. I was like, man, this means that the mom or dad drives that motorcycle.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool. Okay, they ride.
Oh, which is it's a car in the book.
Really?
Yeah, they just drive around in a car. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I forgot to mention this, but they were saying that for the animators, like, this was such a personal movie because they put a lot of their own little stuff, lore, if you want to call
Yeah.
it that, into the movie. The two women who animated the motorcycle sequence, and then I think some of like the bedroom stuff. Um, One of them rode motorcycles at the time, so like, wouldn't it be cooler if they drove the motorcycle, and then on the license plate the numbers correspond with the apartment that one of them was living at back in the day. Even there's a scene where the little boy goes to meet the reindeer, and Santa pulls out the present for him. He's never named because it's a silent picture, but you can see on the little tag it's for James. And that was one of the animators, that was their boyfriend at the time, later turned husband. Yeah, so they added all of these little
That's cool.
things,
Yeah.
to the short. And yeah,
I was gonna say, because like for some reason when they pulled a tarp off that motorcycle, it just looks extra detailed.
yeah,
Compared to everything else. Even the red is like a darker type of red.
yeah,
Compared
it's almost
to the
like
rest.
a burgundy kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just it stood out compared to the rest of like the colors they had been using, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like, I like that. That's cool. So yeah, that's awesome. That whole sequence is amazing. Just
it's
going
one of
through the woods.
it's one of the best sequences in the short. You know.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, there's so many. Like, this short is all sequences. Like showing the snowman around the house. I absolutely love that. Trying on the clothes, and he has to hold in his sneeze, and then the motorcycle ride is great, and then the flight, when he takes flight and it plays the song, and it does like the reverse thing I was talking about, where the camera kind of goes in and swirls around the house. This one, you're watching him like taking those big strides, getting ready to leap, and like the camera's like reversing that shot. It's like pulling back, everything's spinning behind it, and it's just like, oop, just one little step and he's off the ground. I was like, oh, it always like turns me into a little kid again. I was like, that is so cool,
Yeah.
just the way it's so fluid. And then that whole sequence, and then the snowman party sequence. I love that. You have the snowman with the bagpipes. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Mhm.
The violin snowman, the cowboy snowman. I'm like, dude, this is rad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. The little girl who sees the snowman fly by and she looks at her picture of Santa and she's just confused. She's like,
She's
huh?
like, wait a second, they're not supposed to fly. Yeah.
Yep, there's a whole
The
world going on in this universe, Like, I love
the
it.
the whale, the whale
Yeah,
sequence
yeah,
where like the tail just breaks water. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that part always gets me. I always love that
I
part.
always, I'm always fascinated as a kid by parties
Yeah.
that adults are at, adult parties, and to me, it's always late because even the kid in this one, he's supposed to be asleep. So this is a
Hmm.
party in the middle of the night,
Hmm.
And so when they're flying, you see like that on the pier, they're having that party,
Oh yeah,
And I
yeah.
was just like, oh wow. To me, there's just something crazy about that. Like at night, once the kids go to sleep, that's when the magic happens. That's why the adults stay up. That's what I was thinking. And then
Yeah,
in Father
yeah.
Christmas as well, he's delivering gifts. And he opens the door and there's a party going on,
Yeah.
a costume party, and they're like restrooms on the left or whatever. She's like, oh, that's not very original.
Hmm.
Pish pish posh posh. So yeah. Well, that's crazy, dude, about Father Christmas being different and sanitized over here. I kind of always thought that the English were supposed to be more prim and proper than us. So I'm surprised to hear that they have more toilet humor than we did.
Well, that's just the colonialism.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Look at us tackling death and colonialism, over here in our Little Mary podcast.
All in time for the holidays.
Yep.
Well, listeners, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed these two little short films. Each one's like 25 minutes, so you'll knock it out
Hmm.
in an hour, and it's
Hmm.
it's fun. It's nice. It'll warm the heart.
Hmm. Make some hot chocolate.
Ooh. Or
Yeah.
every time I think of like Christmas as a feeling, I think of Fireball honey whiskey. So and the first time I had
Okay.
it was a blue moon, and they dropped a
Mm.
shot of Fireball whiskey. It was a cinnamon Fireball whiskey, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's a blue moon, and they drop a shot of cinnamon Fireball whiskey into it, and it's just like, oh, it just, you taste the whiskey and the beer, and then it goes down
Hmm.
into your belly, and then it starts to get warm. And that's when the cinnamon kicks in, and you're like, it's almost like reverse heartburn. Like, whereas heartburn's really bad,
Okay.
you can feel it coming up, except this is like you can feel the cinnamon, and you're like, it's like you take a little breath, and like Christmas comes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. To me, that's what Christmas morning feels like. To me, that's what the snowman feels like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really want cinnamon Fireball whiskey. I don't even drink Blue Moon, but I will if you give me that. So everyone,
Well, listeners, you know what to get them for Christmas now.
you know what to get me for Christmas? Blue Moon, because Fireball whiskey isn't actually whiskey,
Yep.
and they're in courts to prove it. So
Yep.
join us next week as we do our last episode of the year.
Ooh.
Our Christmas, I mean, these are all kind of Christmas specials, but we're doing it. We're bringing Dad back, and
Yeah.
we're watching the classic, the OG, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep. Yep.
We're getting into it. The most Christmas of all Christmas movies. I don't know exactly where you can find it. I know, don't watch it for free. And we'll have a whole discussion about that, because it's all over the
that's
internet
right.
for free, but it's not the actual version. It's been tweaked so many times.
Yeah.
Don't do that. If you can find it streaming on a site that you pay for, go for it. If it's on Netflix, do it. HBO, do it. It's the free stuff, and it has to do something with the rights and the legalese and stuff. If they're gonna show it for free, it has to be a specific version, and it's not a very good version. So
Yeah.
don't watch it for free. Pay for it, or if it's streaming on the OG, the big streaming sites. So yeah, check it out. We'll be talking about it same time, same place next week, except we'll have one dad with us. Till then, thank you for joining us for this episode. I hope the holiday season isn't stressing you out too much. And until next time, oh, this is tough because Snowman's a silent film. So until next time,